Hey, everybody. I gotta apologize about this echo, but you're all gonna have to deal with it. I forgot that this room in particular has the worst echo, but that's okay. It's fine. We're gonna deal with it. I had a very small breakfast, so I'm hungry. So I'm trying to drink coffee to mitigate the hungriness. Goodness gracious, y'all! It's fall, y'all. It's pumpkin time. PulseChain is pumpkining. You like it? Did you like it? Am I clever? I tried. I tried really hard. So let's just say what's up to the chat first and foremost. We got RH Max. What's up, friend? RH Max says pumpkin time. Oh, I forgot I can show these things too. PulseChain Kitchen. What's up, chef? How you doing? Better get them fat fingers ready, he says. I'm gonna be first when live. And he indeed was. He was first when live. Very cool. Good to see you all here. Nice. Oh, thank you. Hey, I'm gonna show it off. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Oh. You get a whole fashion show too. What's up now, fashion coder, huh? No, I'm just kidding. She's so great. You guys, if you missed it, check out last night's Chatting with the Captain. Fashion Coder was on last night with RG3, and it was great. It was super adorable. Like, Fashion Coder is just the cutest for sure. Hexcan, in my opinion. Super adorable. I love her story. I love the fact that she has this wonderful family and just such wonderful values. And it's so cool to hear the way that she got into crypto. And I'm going to make y'all go watch Discourse Syndicate. Go watch last night's Chatting with the Captain to find out her story and how she got into crypto in the first place. But what a cool family to have been raised in, and just to be around such like wonderful, it's just all comfy cozy. I just love everything about Fashion Coder and her whole vibe. Like, she is a sweetheart. Also, check out, let's see. Let me find, I want to pump her brand real quick. She has her own adorable brand called Crypto Bestie. And she's got her own website where she does like, not just tutorials. So she does that on her YouTube, but she does, her site is down unless I'm crazy. I'm going to put this in the chat. Let me know if y'all are able to visit that link, because I'm getting an error. And maybe I'll have to let her know that, or maybe I got the link incorrect. Cryptocompetent.com is her site. But she's got her whole line of merchandise there. You can sign up to have like a one-on-one consultation. That's what I was trying to get to. That's what I was trying to say. That she does consultations through there. I believe she has a little bit of a course on there herself as well. So super cool. Shout out to Fashion Coder and everything she's doing. I think she was one of the few women in this community that did not stop. She might have taken a little break, but she's definitely been, she doesn't do a lot of live stuff. So if you guys, feel like, like she fell off the map, she didn't. She just doesn't do a lot of live streaming. A lot of her content is shorts based. I believe she does some TikTok stuff, but definitely shorts on YouTube. And I love her gig, what she does, which interestingly enough, I had seen the images of, and again, like, no offense to anyone, I just don't consume a lot of content. So if I don't know what's going on with you or like what it is exactly that you're doing, don't feel bad. It's everybody. I'm busy. But I've seen the stills of her like crimping her eyelashes and things like that. And I was like, oh, that's cute. I was like, I wonder what she's like, how that works or whatever. Well, I listened to the stream last night, and it's really cool that we're kind of parallel doing a thing right now. Like, I did not realize she was doing this, but she's doing, she kind of calls it getting ready with me. So if you're, and she's targeting a female audience, which is badass, super awesome. And she's basically getting her makeup on and like getting ready for the day while talking about crypto, which is ingenious and something that I accidentally just kind of fell into on my own in a different way. If you follow me on Instagram, same handle at awildsj on Instagram, I started doing breakfast from the bus. So as I'm doing breakfast, I'm cooking, I'm showing people what I'm doing for breakfast, and more and more and more, it's become an outlet for me to talk about kind of like the crypto news of the day, how I'm feeling about my investments, how I got in, what, so it's like a little way of like a teaser, right? So that you get other communities and other people interested who wouldn't normally be interested in crypto. Maybe they're interested in van life, or they're interested in avocado toast, which is, I think, the number one thing that I've been making on my Instagram nearly every morning. I make some kind of avocado toast in the bus. So that's been a lot of fun. And I really love that Fashion Coder and I both kind of had this similar, and that's a great thing to do. If you are a content creator, it's really good to put yourself out there in a different way, right? Like, we want to reach outside of our echo chamber and think outside the box and try and get people who would not normally listen to news about finance or crypto or, whatever it is. So a great way to do that is going to be, thinking about something where it's just something that, and let it be something you're passionate about or something that you're good at doing, right? I don't do makeup. I did today. I did a little bit more. I put a little eyeshadow today, but I'm not into makeup. It's not my thing. I have to ask friends of mine. In fact, I should probably ask Fashion Coder what some good brands are, but I think I have purchased maybe 5 or 6 different makeup items in the last 5 years of my life. It's not my thing. So, all that to say, if there's something that you enjoy doing or that you want to kind of showcase or show off, do it while you're talking about what the other thing you're passionate about, right? HEX or whatever, PulseChain or PulseX, whichever little gem you want to start giving out to the world in that way. All right, back to the chat. Hello, Susie Q. Susie Q says, hi, beautiful SJ. Thank you, Susie Q. Always good to see you in my chat, girl. PulseChain. Oh, Chef. I keep forgetting. Chef says kissy face and drunky face. RH Max says fashion shows at PulseCon reminds me of that. Yeah. You were in that? No. Yes. Were you there, Max? I can't remember. That night was a blur. To be honest with you, that was kind of a weird evening for me, but that's all good. Heximus says, hello, pumpkins. Hello, pumpkins. Hello, all my pumpkins. Good to see you. Susie Q says, love Fashion Coder. And says hi to Max. Everyone's saying hello. Hey, once more, click this link and let me know if you're able to access that website, because as far as I remember, or I know, that should be Fashion Coder's website. Let me just double check. I'm going to go ahead and link her her Twitter handle as well. So if for some reason y'all aren't following her yet, you absolutely should. She is spectacular. And I really love her, not just like the vibe of like how she's doing what she's doing, but her explanations are great. She's very good at breaking things down very simply. She's been doing coding for like 10 years. I found that out last night as well. So definitely. Okay. So cannot. Susie Q says, great dress, SJ. Thank you. I got it at my favorite store, which is called Plato's Closet. It's like, I used to do thrift store shopping most of the time. You didn't see that. And now I kind of have moved a step up and I go to places, mostly Plato's Closet. It's one of my favorites because it's a step above a thrift store, right? It's more similar to, if you've heard of Buffalo Exchange. That is another kind of place where you can go and you can sell your clothing. Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once. So yeah, you can go there and sell your clothing. Same thing with Plato's Closet. It's a national chain. You can find them all over the place. There's one other one. It's called like Urban something. But basically, I got this dress for $8. Like, I don't like spending more than $8 to $10 on any item of clothing because I've been thrift store shopping and bargain shopping for most of my life. With the caveat that if I need some, or if I'm starting, I'm starting to get more into quality, not quantity. And I mean, I've been like that for a long time. I live in a bus, right? Like I don't have room for a lot of stuff. So the things that are coming into my life nowadays, I will spend a little bit more on. In fact, like just yesterday, purchased from Whole Foods, bless Whole Foods. It's called PACT, P-A-C-T, organic, all organic cotton, underwear, socks, like a nice little like bralette kind of thing, and underwear, socks, bra, a pair of leggings, and that's it. And it was lovely. And they're all organic cotton. And that's all stuff that I know that I'm going to use and is going to be on my body constantly, right? So it feels good to me. Like, I don't like the fact that if I wear polyester or if I'm wearing something that's like rayon, right? Like you could like, that can affect your body, right? Like those microplastics, all that stuff breaks down on a micro level, right? And is affecting your body all the time. So for me, it's important that I, especially in my like underlayers, am wearing things that are a lot more quality and are not going to disrupt my hormones or mess my body up in any way, shape, or form. So anyways, back to the chat, because that's what we're doing. I love these streams when it's just like, we're just chit-chatting. Like, it's so good to see you guys. If you have anything you want to talk about, if you want to come up and talk and join me in this here thing, that would be lovely. Speaking of which, Chef, check your DMs on X, please. So, sorry, I just wanted to check the internet real quick. Ding, 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 ding. Back to the chat. Yes. Finn Bear says, hey, babes. What's cooking? Good lookings. Adorable. You guys are so cute. Susie Q says, love avocado toast. I've been juicing celery juice. What a mess. No joke, Susie Q. If any of you have any ideas on what a good way to do that, I mean, once moon, right? When moon, I feel like I would have the ability to purchase celery juice at various stores and places wherever I'm traveling. Let's go to one of my points on the checklist, right? California dreaming. We might go from the bottom up. Let's see. But talking about California dreaming, I am going to be spending the next 3-ish months on and off in the California area. That's where I grew up. My family is all there. I moved away about 15 years ago to Austin, Texas. And I'm over it. I love you, Austin, but I'm so over it. I don't want to live there anymore. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time with my family, and I'm really looking forward to that. Luckily, during that time, I will have access to my mom's house, and I'll be able to, if I can, I don't know if she has a juicer. Basically, the point that I'm getting to is if you know of a good mobile option for a juicer, it's got to be, that's the hard part, right? Is juicers take a lot of power in order to do what they do. And usually the best ones are very powerful, right? So if anyone knows of a juicer that is I'm going to be able to compromise where it's got a lot of power, but also is compact and will fit in my bus and will not suck up all my battery power, that would be fantastic. So leave a comment below if you have any ideas about that. I would really appreciate it. Indeed. Follow Fashion Coder if you don't already on the Twitters. Pineapple Love said cannot, but then Moonmutt said yes, it works. So I'm curious. I posted another link, and then also you can find all of her links on her Twitter description. So you should be able to find her. I'll shout her out and be like, hey girl, double check your website, because I did notice that it wasn't working for me. Moondog says, love and light. Moondog, so good to see you the other day at the Dallas meetup. That was awesome. That was by far our best meetup so far, our biggest meetup so far. Really great time. CZ always throws an amazing party. Jay-Z is always there right behind her, taking care of everything. I saw that man take out the trash at least 20 times. So thank you both to our host and hostess. We really appreciate it. We all had a blast. It was really awesome getting to meet a lot of people out there. I'm super looking forward to, I got to reconnect with, I don't want to dox him, but this wonderful gentleman and his wife, he's written a book. And I was talking to Black Hexagon a little bit, and I found out that he wrote this book and he did an AI version of the audio. And I'm like, bruh, you know, I do audiobooks, right? So I'm going to hit him up and see if he's interested in like collabing. In fact, if you're watching, you know who you are. Hit me up. If I don't hit you up in the next like 24 hours, send me a DM and let me know what you think about that. I don't want to say I do it for free because I'd rather not. But we can figure something out. So I would love to be the voice of your book versus you having an AI version of it. So yeah, if you are watching, hello to you and your lovely wife. It was so nice to meet you guys. All right. So this is the shop link for Fashion Coder. So you can go there, check that out. Armando says, is that pumpkin nice? Pumpkin spice flavored coffee. LOL, I tried. You did. I giggled. You tried and you won. DJ Bomber says, good evening, madam. Good evening, DJ Bomber. Hey, I got to be honest with you. I have not had a chance to listen to those tracks yet. It's been nuts. I've been traveling. I'm not anywhere near the bus right now. So when I have some more time, I will sit back down and get back to that. I promise. And it's, it's kind of difficult. I give you every right to harass me about it because it's oftentimes I will put my own passions and my own things that I need to do to survive in life on the back burner because I'm so busy doing everything for everyone else. Which, it's a love-hate relationship, right? Because I love doing what I'm doing. But it should not be at the detriment of my own path and the things that I want to do or want to see myself accomplish in life, right? And I think that goes for everyone. And to answer your question, no, it's like a mocha coffee. Susie Q says, I was shocked to find out celery juice kills any bad bugs in your gut. I think I learned about that. In fact, I think someone was talking about doing a parasite cleanse and how celery juice is really good for that. So definitely check that out. Moondog says, I sent Black Hexagon some info for our community center when you all come to Houston. Awesome. Yes, I am really looking forward to that. I think that this next tour, moon willing, should we continue the PulseChain tour, we are definitely going to have to go to Houston because there's a lot of hexagons out there. And a lot of y'all have come up to either Austin or Dallas for the events and the meetups and things like that. I honestly can't think of an event that's happened in the Houston area for us. KSB might have gone there, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, that's definitely on the list. And thank you very much, Moondog, for putting the feelers out there for us. So I want to just kind of preemptively also make a note or, put this out there as well. If you live in a city that has a large amount of hexagons or even just a large amount of crypto interest, reach out to myself or Black Hexagon. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if you have an event space that you're willing to host us in. All of that really, really helps. And it's going to make the tour just that much better because the less we spend on event spaces, right? The more we can spend on advertising, on, maybe staying there one extra day to do a little bit more in terms of the events. We also are definitely looking to connect with colleges this next time around. So if you have any connection to any colleges that are in these major cities where that there's a lot of crypto interest or hexagons and pulsicons are in that area, again, reach out to myself. My DMs are open on all of the things. You can reach out to me on Twitter, on Telegram, on Instagram. Any of those channels would be perfect. And if I don't know the answer, I usually am not going to know the answer because Black Hexagon takes care of all this, but reach out to Black Hexagon as well. So either her or I. Don't reach out to RG3. He's got too much shit going on. Also, that's what she and I are for, is to, be the filter and to get things going, to get things moving for the tour. So, all right. DJ Bomber says, it's okay. Let me know. I'll send you a new download link. Okay, good. Yeah, you're probably going to have to. I will let you know. And he says, I know you're busy. The tunes are going nowhere and they're there when you're ready. Awesome. That is super cool. I need to at least start to listen to them so that I get them in my head, because that's where the magic happens, right? If I've got a tune in my head and I know kind of what it sounds like, I can at the very least start thinking of oh, how would I do this? Like what kind of hook would I put there? Or like what kind of, words would I use, or not words, Pineapple Love is asking, how many X's of Pulse or Pulse X or Hex do you need to reach your goal? So that's a great question, because I don't think I have learned. I bet you 2 years ago, if you had asked me that question 2 years ago, If you'd have asked me that question when I first put my money into Hex, I think my goal was like something stupid low. And when it comes to crypto, right? I probably would have said, so how many X's? And I'm not going to be good at this math because it's like a double, like, okay. 8, 16. I hate math. 4. On a double, 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 on a double. Like, if I'm doing that correctly, if it had doubled 6 times, is that a 6X? Is that the same thing? 2.5 years ago, or like right when I got into Hex, that's probably what I would have told you. And that's not even, let me see. I got into Hex in May of 21. So 22 to 23. Yeah, that's about right. 2.5 years. Yeah. Is that right? See, look, I can't do numbers. I don't do math. But now, because I've learned and because I understand the power of DCA, and that's not just DCAing in, that's DCAing out as well. So now, instead of just thinking about having a goal on an X, I have a goal on several different X's. And it's not like I'm ever going to pull all my money out completely, right? So instead of ever saying, oh, once we get to this X, I'm pulling it all out and I'm done. No fucking way. I'm in it to win it. I have 15-year stakes. I'm not going anywhere. So my goal now is that as we go up, I will be watching, and I have a certain number because it's a lucky number of mine. So like when we reach, I'll just give you an example. This is not my number, but like, let's say we got a 20% increase. When we got a 20% increase, and whatever the increase is, right? Like that's up to you, right? But I learned from several people, and I kind of like amalgamated this strategy. What I'm going to do is, let's say we hit a 2X. I'm not going to do that, but let's just say we hit a 2X, right? And all of a sudden my money's doubled. Well, what I would do is I would take out 20%, just 20%. I would take 10% of that, put it away, and keep that as dry powder to buy the next bottom. And then take the other 10% and use that to do whatever I need to do with it, which is right now pay some bills. Just pay off my credit card for the bus. So that's what I would do with that. And then, so I said a 2X, right? So then let's say we hit, the next one would be for me a 20X. And then after that, maybe a 200X. And then after that, a 2000X, right? Because you see the pattern, the twos, right? So again, that's not my number, but that's my strategy. So when we hit a 200X, I would take 20%. I would put 10% away, save that as dry powder to buy the next bottom, and then take the other 10% and do what I need to do with it, right? Like, make sure that that I'm set up for the next bear run, right? I really honestly think that that's one of the best strategies that you can do. And go, look at me talking about crypto on my stream. You got me talking about crypto. Oh goodness. Yeah, I don't normally do that, but and no, not financial advice, Avi. Like I don't, I am the least of the champions for you to listen to when it comes to that kind of stuff. Go listen to fucking Crypto Coffee or Fashion Coder or someone else that actually like knows what they're talking about. Like I just take the information from other people and I try to apply it to my life. So back to the comments. Moondog says, I hope that helped, Pineapple Love. I hope that like that's the kind of mentality that I think we should have. DCA in and DCA out, right? Like for me, for hexagons, I think in general, for true hexagons that are, Quattro Stinko staked, like, why would you can't pull out. Unless you really wanted to like give everyone all of the penalty money and, increase the T-share payout that day, like, fine, go for it. Like, I'll take your T-shares like all day long, but it's a better mentality. It's a long-term game. I knew that going into it because it's what I was looking for. I knew that I wanted something that was going to last me until I could retire, whatever that means, however long that's going to take for me. So there you go. Moondog says, KSP definitely came through here. Nice. Found flyers for them at Liberty Taco when I got out of jail after baby mama filed false. Oh, you're not the first Texican I've heard that story from, to be honest with you, about baby mama false charges. You're not the first, you're probably like the fourth or fifth man that I know that has had some bullshit like that pulled on them. And what a wretched thing to have to go through. I have a very, very good friend, actually, that had to go through just some women are wretched. I mean, men can be evil and terrible too. Don't get me wrong. I had a really shitty ex that was super abusive and manipulative. But I mean, God, man, like the fact that women, at least, you know, for many, many years have been always given the benefit of the doubt, or were always, you know, the ones that were allowed to have custody. In fact, one of my exes, not anything that terrible happened to him, but the court, like, he basically just got screwed over by this woman, and he ended up taking care of the kid way more in terms of time than she did, but he still had to pay. He really should have had to. Like, it drives me nuts. Like, I mean, I feel super fortunate that I have, for like, I would say like 85 to 90% of the men I've known in my life on a level, you know, either like at good friendship level or more, have been awesome. Like, I've had just the best luck with people and men in my life, especially, that are just really great guys, you know? And it's so disheartening to see them being taken advantage of, or like having that kind of shit happen. But I digress. Sorry that happened to you, Moondog, and just, I'm glad you're out, and I'm glad you're here, and I'm sure your kids are better off for it. And Magnus says, hey folks. Moondog says 6 is doubling 64x. 100 math numbers. I'm not even gonna. Checks my pulse says, what's up, y'all? LFG Hexaco. More numbers. Look at them. They're shiny and wonderful. Yay, numbers. Susie Q. Clap, clap, claps, and hearts. Holy moly. Yar. The captain's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. What is up, Captain RG3? Good to see you. And Pineapple Love says, okay, cool. Okay, cool indeed, Pineapple Love. Yeah. Wrong. You are important. I mean, I know I'm important, but I also know where my level of smarts is in terms of this community. And who has the more smarts, because it's not me. I mean, that's the cool thing, though, is that I surround myself with those people, right? Like, the fact that this community has more brilliant folks in it than any other community I've ever had the pleasure of being around. I talk about that often, like how in what is the word I'm looking for? How thrilling it is. It really is just something that lights my soul up, because I've always been a student of the world. I've always been someone who wants to continue to learn and continue to grow my mind and continue to, you know, just be smarter, because why not, right? Like, you know, I've seen a lot of people in my life, unfortunately, be stagnant, be happy with where they are or where they got to, and then just kind of cut it off there. Oh, I know all I need to know. Oh, there's nothing new under the sun. Like, yeah, yes, that's true in a way, but also there's so much new, right? There's so much going on, and so much you can learn, and so much that you can apply to your life and make things better, right? That's a quote that I've quoted before from SciVive. If you're not perfect, keep getting better. Because, I mean, why not? Just keep getting better. It makes a lot of sense, right? Like, you getting better allows your talents, your traits, whatever it is that you are and that you bring to the world, you then get to perpetuate that out in a better fashion, in a better sense, in a better way. You can affect more people as you are bettering yourself, and you never know. That's one thing that I've learned over this last year, especially during this PulseChain tour, is you never know who you're going to come across, who you're going to affect, who's watching you, right? Like, the amount of people that have come up to me in the most podunk of towns and have said, I sacrificed for PulseX. I sacrificed for PulseChain. I know who Richard Hart is. Y'all, like, we are pre-viral. We are going to go viral, and it's going to be insane, and blah, blah, blah. We're going to lose our minds. It's going to be great. Moondog says, I personally love buying t-shirts from people who couldn't keep their promises to themselves via HSI auctions. Yes, I wish I knew more or could tell you more about HSI auctions. If you know who's the genius on that, put that in the chat so we can share who's really good at explaining HSI auctions. I want to say maybe Crypto Sloth, but I could be wrong. I think RH Max. I think if you're still here, Max, if you have any streams, if any of you have any streams to share on that topic, go ahead and post it in the chat, and then I'll try and like copy it and like repaste it so that people can click on the link. But yeah, that the HSI auctions it's brilliant. Like that's such a cool way to go about getting more T-shares. And I haven't taken advantage of that as much as I'd like to be honest with you. Oh, yes, at a discount. Bitfinesse, hello friend, good to see you. Bitfinesse says, hate the game, not the player. Women are resource gathering apparatus. They'd be misbehaving if they didn't seize opportunities of current climate and litigation to harness resources. I get that. I understand that. RG3 says, no self-deprecation, young lady. Okay, fine. Appreciate you. Moondog says, highly doubt your guesses on how small. You guys, at how smart you are 100% accurate. First telltale sign, relative to others is irrelevant. You are you. Playing yourself down does no one any service. You guys are so sweet. What's funny is like I didn't even recognize that as playing myself down, but you're right, I did. I absolutely did, and I apologize. I'm brilliant. Thank you. Moondog says, sloth and or anyone hip, yo, Hedron utility. Yeah, definitely. I know Crypto Sloth. In fact, let's do that real quick. I'm gonna post his channel in case anyone does not know about that. And also, I believe he's got his own website. So here, if you are interested in learning more about HSI staking, that is Crypto Sloth's website. And here is Crypto Sloth's YouTube channel. So that's a couple great places to find more information on doing the HSI stakes. All right, let me go back to my notes here. What are we going to talk about next? Let's see. One moment, please. I'm replying to a comment on Twitter real quick because someone said that I look Asian, like in my thumbnail picture. And so this is the funny thing, right? I've been messing with the app Lensa. One moment. And I'll tell you guys the story about this comment or the reply to this comment in just a second. Long story. So the comment was, you look Asian in that picture. I replied, LOL, yeah, AI thinks I am. I also thought I was growing up. So long story short, I was adopted and my birth mother didn't, I think at the time, she didn't really know my birth father's, like she knew him, but she didn't know his ethnicity. And he can definitely come off as looking Asian, like possibly Filipino. So I think at the time of my birth, she had told my parents that adopted me that I was part Filipino. So I grew up thinking that I was part Asian. And I almost joined the Pacific Islanders Club in college because I thought so. I didn't end up doing that because I wasn't sure and I didn't really know. But yeah, so long story short, I am not Asian. However, my looks are very what is called ethnically ambiguous, which if you're ever trying to do acting or modeling is fantastic. They love, the camera and producers love people that are ethnically ambiguous because you don't know what I am, right? Like you can't tell. You could guess. In fact, if you don't know and you want to guess, let's play a little game. I'll give you all like a few guesses. And if you're right on any of them, I'll let you know if you're right. But I definitely have, and I have a mix, right? Like most people these days are mixed. But if you guess any of my ethnicities correctly, I'll let you know. So it's very funny that that the AI, anytime I do my AI through Lensa, I definitely get at least like 10 to 20 pictures where I look straight Asian. And I'm just like, all right, that's fine. No worries. Okay, so back to the notes. Cool. Cool. So we may have a guest. I'm going to put the link in here for you, Chef. Also, if anyone else, if you want to come join me on stream, I have put out the invite. The invite is out. I'll put it that way. And I'm not going to just put the link out there, but if anyone does want to come hang out for a little bit, I'm going to stream. Hopefully you can be quick about it, Chef, because I'm going to stream for another 20 to 30 minutes tops. And then I'm going to hop off of here. But let me put the link in the chat that we have. Boom. There you go. So link is in your DMs, Chef. Hoping to see you on here in a minute. If I don't look or like I don't see you or whatever, just like say something on the stream. All right, and then I'm gonna go back to ding. Back to me. How do I get back to me? Here we go. So what have we talked about already? We talked about California dreaming. I talked about Dallas a little bit. Yep, Dallas was awesome. Great time out there. Thanks again to our hosts. What's next for the PulseChain tour? All right, so in less than 2 weeks, in about a week and a half, we are going to be in Austin, Texas. That is going to be fantastic. So kind of continuing the conversation about me moving to California. I had lived in Austin for the last 15 years, and this for me is kind of like my last hurrah. This is going to be my last extended time period, at least for now, in the Austin area. I have loved living in Austin. I love showing people around down there. There's always so much to do. There's always something going on. Any kind of music that you like or you want to listen to, there's usually a show happening at some point or another. On 6th Street, on 4th Street, like somewhere there's some show happening that you're going to want to see or get to be a part of. So this is going to be kind of like my last, kicking it in Austin for a minute. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope everyone that came to Dallas can come out to Austin as well. If you're in Houston, come out to Austin, because for this year anyways, that's the last stop in Texas for us. So that is going to be November 4th. And that is not a meetup. It's actually a seminar. We're going to do our Fix the Money, Fix the World seminar. Let me bring up the event actually. And we will talk about who's going to be there and what is going on. Let me share my screen real quick. Present. Share screen. Boop. There we go. All right. So 3 million Pulse and 3 million Pulse X giveaway. That is going to be happening there. Good stuff. Here are the ticket options. Student admission, senior admission, general admission. Premium and VIP is some cool stuff. We've got some really fun goodies in our VIP and premium goodie bag. And if you do a VIP, you get to come hang out and have dinner with us. That's myself, Black Hexagon, and RG3. We're gonna, meet and mix and mingle. And usually the speakers of the event will be there as well. Thank you to our sponsors, MCR369 and Internet Money. Real glad you guys exist. So we're going to have CZ opening the day. She is going to do a little intro for us. And then KG from Internet Money is going to be speaking for a little bit. And then we'll have Crypto Heartbeat, who is also going to be speaking for a little bit. And then, of course, the captain, RG3, is going to do his presentation. So that's what's up. Right after the seminar, we have a happy hour session. So we just kind of hang out. You can ask any questions that you didn't get to or didn't want to ask in front of the large audience that's going to be there. And then usually after the happy hour, we'll do our VIP dinner. So would love to see you guys there. It is going to be a great time. I am super excited for that one. All right, let's go. Let me actually, before my guest comes, if he's going to make it in time, let me see if I can finish what else I wanted to talk about. So this pump, though, this is, and again, I don't talk about this kind of stuff too much, but it's really nice to see green candles. And I don't think I'm up on my investment yet, because we're going to have to get closer to, 10 cents, I think, for me to really see a big increase in my bags. But it's super cool to just like see us going way back up there and being at a penny. Oh, also parity. What? Awesome. Like, how cool is that? Like, who thought that was going to happen or not happen? Like seeing PHEX and EHEX doing this little thing, right? And coming together. That's super, super sweet. So that I just wanted to touch on that. And then the last thing that I had on my list was the Richard Hart quotes. So for those of you that mostly know, I've been doing 369 quotes from Richard Hart's book, SciVive. I just posted, oh shoot, actually haven't even posted it today. Today, I'm going to post quote 329. So that means I have 40 quotes left before I'm completely done with that project. It's taken a lot longer than I anticipated. I thought I would be done with it within a year, but it's been, let's see, a year and a few months. So, and I mean, a lot of that is just like, I've had, lots of traveling things going on. Doing the PulseChain tour, right, has taken up some time, and I have to like be somewhere to film them, right, and like get all that done. So I'm hoping that over the next week, because this one I'm about to post is the last one that I had filmed. And that means I have 40 quotes left to film. So I'm going to try and knock out all 40 of those quotes over the next like week or two at the most, and just like get them done, get them posted, and then be done with that project finally. Which is going to be kind of bittersweet, because since the moment I got into this community, I've been doing SciVive. Like, that's just kind of like how I came into this world, and I love it. But it is going to be nice, like I was talking to DJ Bomber earlier, doing music is something that's been on my heart for all my life. I vividly remember writing poetry and lyrics and having little songs in my head as I was growing up, right? Like, I can remember being like 10 years old, maybe 8 to 10 years old, sitting in my closet, being all super emo as an 8-year-old, like, I'm telling you, my poor parents, writing like these just like sad lyrics about things and sad poems. And I was a real emotional child. Like, I mean, I don't think I ever ran away or like did anything crazy like that, but man, did I put my parents through it. I'm not joking. But they're wonderful. I love my parents. They did a great job, right? I turned out okay. Okay, so let's get back to the comments. So that was, yeah. So here's the info for Hedron or HSI stakes. Check out Crypto Sloth. Thank you, Susie Q. Susie Q says, you are a rock star, SJ. I appreciate that. There is Crypto Sloth's YouTube channel. Definitely check that out when you have some time. Susie Q says, brilliantly talented, SJ. You glow, girl. I feel like I'm glowing. It could also be the light that I'm using, but I do, honestly, and it's been awesome that I get to glow here, right? Like, I talk about this a lot. I did not want to become an actress. Like, I didn't want to be famous for movies and acting. Like, that was not, I knew that wasn't my path. So I've always known that I'm good at promoting things, and that I'm good at, like maybe being the face of something, right? Like sponsorships and stuff like that. So for me to be able to do it for something that like I love and can make other people financially free and can really change lives, right? Not just HEX and PulseChain and PulseX, but SciVive, right? Like, I didn't know. I had no idea when I picked SciVive up that it had already affected so many people's lives, and that it would affect so many others because I decided to do the audiobook. I've had so many people tell me, like, I wouldn't have listened to this without you. I'm not good at reading. I'm dyslexic. Like, I have to listen to audiobooks. I'm driving all the time. People who don't have the time to read, sit down and read a book, right? Like, the fact that I was able to provide that on Richard's behalf, like without him even telling me to, right? Like, without, none of us are getting paid here. Like, it's been the most rewarding time of my life. And I cannot wait to get to experience the rewards of what HEX is and what HEX is going to do as we move into this bull market, because that's just going to be lovely. Yes. Hippie dress is fire. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. John Bishop says, ethnic guess 1, Italian. Very good guess, but not at all. No Italian in this blood at all. My birth mother, who I don't speak to for various reasons. She's kind of toxic and we're not on speaking terms right now. But and this is kind of like one of the weird things, like, she pretends she's Italian. Like she worked in an Italian restaurant for a little while, and she will legit, like, I also think she might have some kind of personality disorder. But she will legit like go to a restaurant and like order as if she's Italian and pretend to be Italian and like have a conversation with someone with a stupid Italian accent that's not real. And like, it's beyond me. But okay, ethnic number 2, French. Oh, no. I love it. No, both not either Italian or French. None of that. I did, it's funny because so I did the whole 23andMe, right? And you guys would be surprised. It's really interesting the way that works, because I thought, my birth father has his birth mother is as far as he knew or was told, she's French Canadian and Shoshone, like Native American. I have nothing on the North American continent. So I'll give you that too. Nothing in North America. I'm not on that map in any way, shape, or form. So I'm curious to know if he's done his DNA test, if maybe like if that was incorrect information, or if that's just not. Oh, that's the other thing, is that my brothers, I think, do have that blood. So it's like it skips like your genes, like you don't always take on your parents' genes. Another example of that is I did mine at the same time. I had my ex-boyfriend and his son. All three of us did that together at Christmas a couple of years ago. And my ex is Indonesian and Thai. His son is not Thai. He had Indonesian blood, but not Thai at all. So you could see where my ex had his little like Taiwanese blip, and his son did not have any Taiwanese blood. It's just a trip. Like, so different like gene things like will skip different like weight. It's so weird. So yeah, I have none of that. Good stuff. All right. Moonmut says, I wish you could have a meetup around Springfield, Missouri. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. It would be interesting for us to do some kind of map. Hey, RG3, if you're still watching, let's think about this. Maybe there's some way for us to put out some kind of like a poll or a survey and get the information. I mean, obviously, like we're not going to collect your personal data, but if we had some kind of survey that told us, the top 10 to 20 cities and where the concentration of either hexagons or crypto interested people are, then that way we could host something in that area. I want to say the closest we went to Springfield is going to be Chicago. That's probably where we were. Anyone else have any guesses on my ethnicity? That's fun and dandy. Chef, you're not here yet. I'm going to end it in like 5 to 10 minutes. So next time, let's do that. I'll send you, in fact, the next time I know I'm going to stream, Chef, I'm going to send you the link earlier so that and we can work it out and all that jazz. Because we keep missing each other like little ships in the night. Also, if you haven't yet, you should. I don't think you have, but maybe this Friday, Chef, you can get on F and Hangout, and that would be a good time. I will probably be there. I'll probably be there, most likely. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the slothful. There he is, Crypto Sloth, everyone. I was shouting you out, sir. Your ears must have been ringing because I was talking about you. We were talking about the HSI stakes. So Crypto Sloth, if you are actually still watching at this very moment, please give us a link to something that is going to help people understand HSI stakes. If you've got a video or like a tutorial or something that's like, hey, this is kind of a general overview of how the HSI stakes work, and this is how you get them, or the auction, sorry. Well, yeah, it's a stake auction, right? Same thing. I mean, not the same thing, but like that's all encompassed in the HSI ecosystem or system or whatever. So yeah, if you have a moment, Sloth, please give us a link to that and how that all works, because people are curious. I myself still need to go over that stuff. In fact, I thought we were supposed to connect like weeks ago about my my Icosa and Hedron stuff, and I have not touched it since. And I don't have any of my crypto stuff with me right now. So maybe we will have to do that next time in a couple weeks. Like I'll be back in a week or so with my stuff. So let's put a pin in that and try and link up again, Sloth. Already appreciate you. All right. Alrighty. Yay. Susie Hugh says, yes, great job, parents. Yeah, my parents are pretty awesome. Again, I'm really looking forward to spending more time with them. And they're all Hexicans, except for my birth mom, who I don't talk to. So my mom that raised me, my dad that raised me, it's all, I've got like 10 families. So my parents that raised me are divorced. My dad's remarried. My mom is not. My birth father is married and has 2 kids. So I have 2 half siblings over there. And then my parents that raised me, this is a crazy thing. They tried for 8 years to have a child. They adopted me and got pregnant right away. So I have a sister there. And then my dad got remarried and his wife has a sister. So I've got 2 sisters and 2 siblings on the other side. So they're all, again, except for my birth mom, all of them are into Hex. In fact, my birth father just the other day was like, hey, I want to buy more Pulse. So I'm going to, as soon as I get back, I can say that's the hardest thing with parents and like people that are kind of like of a non-technical older generation. I mean, I say that, but also Chris Side Effects had to hold my hand in order for me to get Hex purchased, right? Like sometimes it's just, if you're not into crypto already, it's really overwhelming. It's a whole new language. Like, we forget so often because we've been in this ecosystem now, or we've been in crypto now. I feel like if you've been in crypto for more than 6 months to a year and really in it, right? Like part of the community, like you're watching the YouTube videos, you're in it, what all the lingo means, right? I feel like once we get past that like 8 months to a year mark, we forget that we are speaking code to people. People don't understand. I don't mean code, but I just mean like we're just speaking a totally different language that most people just do not understand, and they're not into it, and they just can't wrap their brains around it. Hey, RG3, I don't want to do this yet. I'm probably not going to say it yet, even if you said yes, but I'm really excited to announce the name of our next tour. But I guess we should probably wait, right? We should wait. We're going to wait. But I cannot wait because I think it's super catchy, you guys, and it's really going to hook people because people don't understand crypto. Like most people do not associate crypto with like what it is that we're doing or like what we're trying to like build here, especially in the world of DeFi. No one knows what DeFi means. Like, yeah, decentralized finance. What is that? What does that even mean? Like people don't get it, right? Even so this year it was PulseChain Tour, fix the money, fix the world. Right? Like that was like our heading was PulseChain Tour, and then fix the money, fix the world was like this year's slogan. So next year's slogan, I think, is just going to be amazing. And I really think it's going to get people interested that do not know much or anything about crypto, because we're going to be using a household name. So I think this was in regards to the cities. And yes, she will, of course, because she knows everything. Queen! Awesome. Moondog says, host the tour based in validator density. Hey, that's a cool idea. That is a cool idea. You want them to come to your city, spin up some nodes / incentives. I love that, Moondog. What a brilliant idea. Let's take note of that, RG. Let's write that down. Jason Ariato, lifetime friend of mine. What is up, friend? I'm stoked to see you in Cali. I'm really excited. Definitely between like December 10th and like sometime in March. So you got from December to like March-ish, and we need to go to some shows because like old time's sake, bruh. Like I'm super stoked on that. I really want to go see some punk rock shows with you. So hit me up. Let me know what you see coming. I'm like so out of that world right now. Like I haven't been to a show. I've been going so I got sucked into, not in a terrible way at all, but I've been super into the drum and bass scene for the last like 10, 15 years. So most of the music that I've gone to see live has all been DJs and drum and bass, with the exception of like in Austin, going to Fun Fest or other festivals where I'm seeing multiple bands at the same time. Right. I haven't been as into a certain band or anything as I have been into specific DJs. Speaking of which, I get to go see Bon D, who is a drum and bass artist this Saturday. That's going to be awesome. Super looking forward to that. So I'm gonna go dance. I haven't listened to much dubstep at all in like 10 to 15 years, but he's a cool dude and I really like his stuff. So I'm gonna go do that Saturday. And I'm dressing up. I'm gonna wear my little horns and my wings and just go dancey dance. It's gonna be great. Yes, Chef says he was just about to join. No worries. Friday works for me. I promise I will make one of these. Yeah, you sure will. You definitely will. But yeah, I'm glad Friday will work for you. Definitely come to the effing hangout. Right, Captain? We're effing hangouting, right? On Friday? We're gonna do that. Oh, Sloth was looking for a link. Let's see. Hey, Sloth, if you want to DM it to me, that might be better. Chef says, I'll make sure to have more stuff ready that we talked about. Very cool. Very cool. I couldn't see the link. Yeah, let me mod you actually. Let me see. You should be a mod, Sloth. Why not? Please hold, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to make Crypto Sloth a mod on my channel because he is lovely and wonderful and magical. Add as a moderator. You're a mod now. Yay! You did it. Awesome. Okay. Back to the chats. All right. Domino. I hope PulseChain 100X's. What is that? An X for ants? Are you kidding me? You hope PulseChain 100X's. Bruh. Look at what Richard says. Go back and listen to what Richard says. Go to hexsearch.io. Hold on. I'm gonna help you out here. Hex search. There we go. Hex search. In fact, you know what? No, we're gonna do this together. I still got some time. All right, here we go. This is for Domino. I'm putting that there for you. You can use that tool. And here's what we're gonna do. PulseChain X. Let's see if I can find something. PulseChain. Let me see. Hold on. Look at what Ethereum. I was just watching stuff about this. Let's see. PulseChain. Let me see. I'm trying. You know, I'm not gonna waste time. So basically use that search, put in either like the PulseChain price. Yeah, no, that's, you know what, actually I lied. I'm gonna do it. We're doing it. Okay, PulseChain price prediction. I spell words. PulseChain, right? Yeah, no, I lied. Okay. I know that there are spots where he's talked about it. Basically what Richard says is that compare PulseChain is a layer 1. PulseChain is a better layer 1 than Ethereum. PulseChain is a better layer 1 than any other layer 1 that's come out ever. So don't even compare it to Ethereum. Look at all the other shit layer 1s that are out there and look at how many X's they've done. You think PulseChain's gonna do just 100X? Blech. Pump for ants. Seriously, like look into it. Richard's right. Richard Hart was right. Richard Hart is right. We won. It's gonna be amazing. Like, I hope PulseChain does 100. All right. John Bishop says, I help my parents with their smartphones and laptops. It's like teaching drunk toddlers. My mother has 100 tabs open in her smartphone. Oh, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Yeah, my birth father too. Very, very similar. It's tough, but it's cool that they even want to try. Like, I love that my parents all wanted to get in on HEX And they're all still cool about it. Like they all understand that this was a long-term game and that this is something that is going to be generational wealth and it's going to take time. So no one that I've gotten in has given me any grief about it because I very clearly explained to them, A, don't over leverage. You're not going to put your money in this. You're not going to put money that you need for other things into this. And B, this is a long-term game. Their dips are in the game. Things are going to happen. We're going to go down 90%, right? But we're recovering, right? We're already recovering. And the bull run is just a little bit. So all that to say, just hold on to your hats and glasses, folks. This here's the wildest ride in the wilderness. Susie Q, I used to play the drum set. That's badass, Susie Q. How fun is that? What a random, awesome comment. Very cool. Crypto Sloth says, wow, so much power. Okay, yeah, you've been given the power. All right, hopefully that's clickable for everyone. So now that you have the power, right? It's clickable? Yes, brilliant. Okay, I mean, I was able to click it. So just if anyone can't click it, let me know and I'll double post it. I'm going to post it again anyways. There we go. Sweet. So that is let me put it back up. That is a video from Crypto Sloth about the HSI stakes. So check that out if you want to learn more. This is an amazing tool that was created so that you can search all of Richard Hart's videos. If you put any keyword into that search bar, you will find Richard speaking on whatever that topic is. I like to put in SciVive because every now and then he mentioned me. Not by name usually, but super cool. Chef says, like and share the stream. Yes, please do. And if you're watching on the replay or if you are watching the whole thing and you feel like doing it when I'm done here, please leave a comment because that super helps. And guess what? I'll reply to you. Let's have a little conversation in the comments, huh? Let's do it. Crypto Sloth said, this is my original video on Hedron. Not great quality, but to the liquid loans section. But go to the liquidations section and it explains it all. Perfect. And I think you actually timestamped it. So if you go to that link that I posted and Crypto Sloth posted, it takes you to the time when he's speaking about. Let's see. Susie Q says she liked and shared it. RG3 says the worst. Okay. All right. Pump for ants 100x. Captain RG3 has reminded us that the worst layer 1 ever did an 1800x. Bruh. You just got to be patient. I love this. Yes, Susie Q, we won. It's going to be amazing. Yes, it is. Crypto Stylist, what's up, girl? She says, hi from LA, Los Angeles. I'm about to be there pretty soon. Moondog says, one of my favorite moments at the Dallas meetup was talking to Crypto Kool-Aid about using cheap IR chips in 3D printed models to tie physical assets to NFTs like Skylanders. I have a module exactly for that. So, dude, I can't tell you again how freaking thankful I am that Kool-Aid is the one that got me into this. Like, he's a lifelong friend of mine. We've known each other for years and years and years. And it blows my mind every time I think about how we went from being drum and bass dancers on the dance floor, and that's how we got to know each other, to like now we're just both like all up in this HEX ecosystem and such a big part of like, you know, the future of this. So shout out to Kool-Aid, man. I would not be here without him. For sure. Moondog says, once implemented, bet we launch on Pulse before other inferior change. Let's go. LFG Hexaco. And Moondog also says, from what I heard from the devs yesterday, NFTs will be stakeable, and pay in assets like Pulse. Hashtag Hexaco. Brilliant. I love it. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. So thankful to be a part of this community. It's going to be a wild ride, you guys. Like, the next 1.5 to 2 years just are going to be, I think, beyond what anybody can comprehend right now. I don't think we know what to expect. I don't think we can even begin to imagine what's going to happen over these next couple of years. People who have been in crypto before, that's the, like, it's kind of scary but exciting at the same time, because this again is my first cycle. So I get to hear all these people who have been in crypto for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. I mean, it's been around that long at least, right? 15. So those that have been through cycle after cycle after cycle are saying that this bull run is going to blow everyone's mind. And for it to be my first bull run, right? Like if you are just tuning in, if you're just watching this or you're kind of skipping around, go back to the part where I talk about DCAing out, because the euphoria is going to hit. I don't even understand that yet. I have not experienced the euphoria or the sudden wealth syndrome, but I'm going to. So I want to be here to hold your hand, that we're going to be able to get through this together. And remember that right now, what you're doing and what you're building in these moments, when everything's down, when we're at the bottom, right? And I don't think we're there anymore, right? Like we're starting to go back up. I think a lot of us are in disbelief. But remember that who you are right now and what you're doing right now is only going to be amplified when the bull run comes. So be sure that you're grounded. Be sure that you're breathing. Be sure that you're DCAing, right? Like make sure that you have a plan. Because if this stuff comes and it hits you and you don't know, like it's out of left field and you don't know what to do, you can get lost in the mix. And we don't want that, right? There are a lot of people that mean a lot to me in this community. And I don't want to see y'all lose your minds, okay? So let's just do this together. Wag me, y'all. We're all going to make it. I'm going to read a couple more comments before I head out. We got Mr. Chuck up in the chat. He says, I think HEX could go at least $5 if it does the same returns as Bitcoin. HEX is a better Bitcoin. HEX is a better Bitcoin. HEX is a better Bitcoin. ETH did a 14,000x and Pulse is better and faster than ETH. Richard Hart is the only person to build a complete ecosystem. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Mr. Chuck. What a wonderful thing to end on. Vortexkin says, what's up, fam? Just in time to say goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Vegas, Tyndall, good question. Vegas is actually going to be when we will kick, hopefully, the rumor is we will be kicking off the next tour. So 2024 PulseChain tour will be kicked off in Vegas. And we don't know when yet, but we'll be there. So keep your eyes and ears open. Keep pulsechaintour.com in your bookmarks, because we're going to be using that site from here on going on out. And speaking of going on out, that's it. I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful